know the guy. Do you know him?
I do know DeepFreeze actually quite well. A player even. Very, very well traveled. Often, coming through to tournaments all over Europe and proving again just like how good of a Joker main that he is. And honestly, just like, again, just always showing that insane prowess. I mean, one of Switzerland's best for a reason. Even Amiin from France, a name that I do recognize here. Not someone I've ever commentated, but certainly a name that is familiar. And so it'll be interesting to see, again, like, Meat Gunner Joker is an interesting matchup where, obviously, Meat Gunner really can just overwhelm, and it's obviously going to be tough for Joker to get in. But I think down B, that counter to absorb the hits, get that Arsene out, is going to be essential.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing is, like, you need to take care when Arsene is out, especially because of the reflect. Actually, I don't know how much can reflect. We don't. I didn't see any charge shots yet. Oh la la! Wow. Run up smash. So I don't know exactly what he was, what he will like pull out. But the thing I can tell though, Amiin is a tricky player. We talked about BMW just earlier. Amiin is the tricky player.
Oh my god.
Very tricky player.
Very tricky. Wow. I mean, just going out there. I mean, like, it was almost like the softest down air I've ever seen. But it's enough. I mean, Joker's recovery without Arsene, not fantastic. I mean, it's just a tether recovery. And so, I mean, DeepFreeze cannot make it back from it. And we're barely a minute and 20 seconds in. And suddenly 2 stocks have been lost.
Exactly. And I mean, it's kind of player he will play with your head, you know what I mean? Like, it will go onto your nerves. It will not hesitate to make you feel mad, make you feel angry. First, because he picked Meat Gunner, and we all know like all of the different kind of projectiles he has. But he can definitely switch the rhythm just to make you annoyed. It's that kind of tricky also. Tricky in his options, but tricky in the mental state of the game also.
Yeah, I mean, this is like so tough to come back from now as well, because, I mean, obviously Amiin could just set up this defensive wall now with all these projectiles. I mean, these grenades are going to be so tough to get for him, and DeepFreeze has really got to maneuver about, got to be very tricky himself, actually, to get through all of this, while Amiin really can just set forth all these projectiles, almost like you're playing something out of Undertale, where you're going to get past, like Megalovania, where suddenly you've got all these projectiles coming at you.
Do you think they picked the song also of the game on purpose?
I do wonder, yeah, because I'm just getting do.
Yeah, definitely. It's getting on my nerves, yeah. For instance.
It is one of those songs. I don't know if you remember from Supernova, but they has a list of like banned songs.
I remember that.
I wish we had that here, because I would add this one, because it is so anti-hype.
It is for sure. But I love how the fact that DeepFreeze is not giving up. It's definitely like he knows he falls behind in terms of information, and you can tell he's here to gather those information. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he's trying his best. He knows that will be useful for the next games.
This is the thing. Again, with it being best of 5, there's so much time for that information gathering here, and I feel like already we're starting to see DeepFreeze begin to work things out a little bit there. Really, really nice there. Lock into the forward smash there. Again, like, even things like that, it's just like, it's recognizing your timings. It really, like, the best way I could describe it is what I was saying before about how it feels like you're playing like a bullet hell, and you just gotta like wait for your chance to actually strike back. And it's a little bit of what we're seeing from DeepFreeze there, where again, like, we're even seeing this like, oh, never mind. All right, we're not seeing anything. We're just, we're falling.
That was an anticlimactic end. But, like, I was about to say, after your explanation, I was about to say, like, damn, we are in a, like, he came back to 1 stock, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, well, anyway, 1-0 for Amiin.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
But yeah, so you were saying?
Yeah, it's... Again, like, I did feel like even before, like, anticlimactic there, like, DeepFreeze was just slowing it right down himself, was just waiting it out, seeing which projectiles come out. It's a little bit tough against Meat Gunner of all characters, because there was a lot of projectiles being thrown out constantly. You give him any kind of time or space, and like, the neutral B will come out with the grenades, the down B will come out with like the little like kind of mine that sort of just drops down, which just commands this entire like floor beneath them. But there will be opportunities. Like if they're winding up for the grenade throw, they are vulnerable on their back. So you got to find your way over that, get past it. I mean, it's these sort of things that you got to work out on the fly, and it's definitely tough. But I feel like DeepFreeze was getting there. So
I agree. Like little by little, step by step, and I mean also he got caught by many things just straight up at the beginning, like with that dash up smash, for instance, that down air. That was 2 quick stocks.
Yeah.
Without them, like the match looked completely different.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll have to see. Obviously, it's a fresh game. We have got a bigger stage as well. So we have got these, especially like the platform in the middle. I think it's going to be really useful for DeepFreeze to potentially maneuver about, strike at that vulnerable backside that, Amiin has when, using moves like the grenade. We'll have to see if we can actually get through it all because, like, again, this defensive wall has got to be broken down somehow.
Yeah, but for now he's making a very good job at mixing up with his nair, with his positioning also with the forward tilt afterwards to keep track of the control of the stage. Amiin is doing fantastic.
Okay, the platform coming back at the exact right time there for DeepFreeze there. Gonna land into back air, love that. Gonna dive off stage, but of course Meatgunner's recovery is pretty fantastic. Gonna get back quite happily there. Arsen's gone away as well, which is a threat that Amiin will be quite happy to not see.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now definitely will survive a bit more hits, but DeepFreeze wants to get those kills off stage. Like he's craving to get an edge guard at some point. He knows he can, and he's looking for them, but don't go too much above Meatgunner because he got a great anti-air.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, you just saw there, like, yeah, this is something we did talk about before, about, like, how, yes, okay, you got to maneuver around the projectiles, but obviously that up tilt kind of commands that space as well, like a little arch above them. So again, like, if they're ready for it, if they see you jumping, they're just going to throw that out.
Yeah. Oh la 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 la, all those mines, all those down B or side B, or I don't know what it's throwing, but this time got shot by the side B of Joker. Definitely a game more close than the previous one, but especially because Arsene is out, and look at all of those percents, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so much damage being put on the board immediately. And again, like, it feels like Arsene has almost been like a non-factor in this set so far, where like it's kind of come out, and we thought it was going to be like pretty essential here.
Very true.
But Amiin has like been really dealing with it quite nicely, where a lot of players I feel are like scared to deal with Arsene and feel like needs to wait it out. Amiin does not care. We'll still go on the aggression. We'll still fire those projectiles.
Yeah, definitely. And once again, I feel like also, like DeepFreeze is discovering a lot of tricks of Meatgunner. Like they wanted to do like, as he played against Samus on the ledge drop, just respecting the bomb, taking the bomb, double jumping, but that was not the same knockback at all. There, down smash. Arsene is here. Wow, he grabbed him straight up as soon as he approaches. Look at the nair. Like, you never know what button he's gonna press.
Exactly. I mean,
it's
so tough to deal with. Oh my god, winding that one up there. But again, like, you can see DeepFreeze is trying to get past this. Just don't way through. Especially with Amiin, like, retreating as well with that forward air. Just give him more positioning as well. Brilliant.
Look at his face on face camera. Look at his face. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of player he is. I'm telling you. He's also knowing on your mental state. He's not hesitating at doing those kind of stuff, to get into your head. He knows his character is annoying. He knows his playstyle can be annoying. He's using all of his tools to get to his means, which is the win.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, like, Meatgunner as well, of course. Like, you have to talk about the elephant in the room. Very annoying to deal with.
It is.
I think we've all faced a Meatgunner in our time, and it's not fantastic to play against. Like, it's not the most fun because you really got to somehow get through all this onslaught of projectiles. I mean, like as I say, as a Bowser main, I find that so tough. I mean, like, dealing with one projectile is enough, but like I'm dealing with like 10,000. Yeah, no, I don't want to deal with it anymore. And it really is tough, like especially on the mental state when you feel like you can't get in at all. It is tough.
Yeah.
But DeepFreeze just gonna kind of like dig in deep here, and just put that all apart, aside, and really just lock in.
Yeah. You need to find those edge guards also. You definitely need to calibrate that to be able to find those. We didn't see that shield earlier. Did he switch?
Yeah.
Did he switch?
I don't think it's a switch. I just don't think we've seen it.
I think we just
Yeah, because it's an interesting one that Amiin has opted for, because I don't really feel like it does much in this set, like in this matchup. Like, what really are you trying to absorb from Joker? I guess maybe aside some like Arsene side B.
I think it's more about mobility.
Yeah,
as we
I think so. Yeah, because it does stall you as well. Obviously, a bit like an SPK magnet. So. Probably the one of the main reasons, and I guess it does have the hitbox as well, so you can just do that.
And it's just annoying.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And the thing is, like, as we mentioned, like this is a moment where I do think Amiin's going a bit maybe
I was gonna say
too far in his game, in his annoying stuff. Because like the thing is, you were winning, and now for the first time in the entire set, DeepFreeze got the lead.
This is the thing. I was gonna say the exact same thing. I feel like Amiin maybe kind of leaning too much into the I'm going to mess with my opponent mentality rather than I need to beat my opponent mentality. Because I feel like if DeepFreeze is able to take this game away, your game plan of trying to make them annoyed is no longer going to work, because they're going to have that momentum of the fact that they still took a game.
Exactly.
So.
And the thing is, like, when you annoy your opponent for 2 games in a row and you gave him the opportunity, nonetheless, they got the momentum, but they got all the anger. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Look at that!
Wow, that's so nice.
Was that melee? Did he shine him?
Yeah,
he shined off stage.
It essentially was. Yeah, pretty much. It was the downbeat into the upbeat as well, just to really just push them far enough away. With no jump beam, Joker can't make it back from that. Obviously no Arsene to save you either. And again, like Amiin, now that we're kind of done away with the silliness, we're actually starting to, okay, maybe we're still got a little bit of silliness.
We're still in. The thing is, like, he's a confident guy, a very big confident guy. So I think it's like, you took the first stock, and so what? Yeah. Actually, I 2-0'd you, so that's still gonna go that way, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Right now, we're still in the lead, in a terrible spot, but the back throw. The back throw,
that's the thing. Obviously, like, Amiin, just kind of try and, needs to still actually get some damage on the board, because 39% is not all too high for DeepFreeze here. And I mean, Arsene is very much looming. We're seconds away from it. I mean, literally, I think after this grab, there it is. Arsene's out. And I mean, scary thing to deal with right now at, the sort of percentage that Amiin is at.
He can 2-frame with that. Actually, I'm impressed by the timing of how we can react and blocked him. I'm actually impressed, to be fair, because like where it is, on the moment that it is a smart move, it stole Arsene. Yeah, because like you lose a ton of time on Arsene duration if he can just like stall you out with his down B there.
Yeah. No, it's been really interesting to see that Amiin has opted for it way more in this game than any previous game. The fact that we didn't even notice it as a factor in previous game, but suddenly it's been like one of the most pivotal moves in this one, is really, really interesting to see. And I mean, it is just so useful. And like, oh my God, what can you do about that? I mean, there's so many grenades at ledge. You've got to try and get past this. If you're DeepFreeze, you can't do anything.
That's so hard, and it's mixing like big explosion you can take, or tiny hit, and if you try to take, you just do an air dodge, and DeepFreeze is lost. Yeah. He's lost. This is a moment where Amiin won actually the plan of going through his mind, but drag down up smash. Good call, DeepFreeze.
Very, very clean from DeepFreeze there. Love that. To take us down to this final stock here, potentially DeepFreeze final stock of the winner side of bracket. But obviously still not out of it yet. We can certainly take the distance here. We're getting so close. I like that DeepFreeze has slowed down, keeping up this ledge push there. So close to landing that back in there. It would have been essential there to keep it up. But now Amiin in the driver's seat. The Arsene does come out though, and oh my God, really? Oh no.
I'm sorry, but the timing to call out Arsene was magnificent, by the way. He stole himself into the, off camera to take that last percent to build Arsene up and find a way to get back on stage. DeepFreeze, that was marvelously genius. Even though actually you were in such a struggle against Niganer, you are a smart damn player.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, like, DeepFreeze is so good at what he does, and it's just got to be a case of like not being caught out by the absolute onslaught that Amiin is showing here. But the up air is going to connect through the stage there. I mean, that is a thing you've got to be aware of, and obviously that will soon take the stock away. But Amiin gonna get back here. Oh, that was so close to landing that up air there. That was the drag down. That could have been a stock there. But DeepFreeze still on the hunt here. Lands the back air. Is it enough? No, not quite. Amiin still holding on. But that back air. No. Okay. Yeah. All right. It is enough. It's enough. Okay. All right.
Uh-oh. Look at how he put his headset.
Yeah.
Look at how he put his controller, put his headsets, like, I'm back in the game.
Yes.
It's not over yet.
Yes.
And that's the thing, now you anger him for 3 games in a row with many different things. You give him momentum, you build the anger. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, this is an angry DeepFreeze right now. This is a player fueled on vengeance to take this set away. And again, like we said it before, like if DeepFreeze was able to take the game away, it could be a huge mentality shift.
Exactly.
And,
because if you take
I think
one,
that's what I'm about to see.
If you take one, you can take 3.
Exactly.
If it, like, as it didn't take any at the beginning, it was like, no hope. Now there is hope.
Yeah, exactly. Suddenly, there was a chance. There was a ray of light looming in the distance.
Ooh.
You're still gonna reach out and grab it, but it's there. And DeepFreeze now 2 games away from moving on through to day 2 here. But of course, Amiin still taking this so close at the end there. We're so close to a 3-0. You can see, actually, I think, like, almost a bit more locked in now. Like, that's a serious space there. And ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing Lila Cruz for the first time today. I have missed this stage.
To be fair, I love the stage, but I know how annoying it is for a lot of Ultimate player. So once again, is it Amiin plan to bring him on a knowing stage?
Yeah.
No, actually, I know for a fact that all of his grenades and stuff like that are good on that stage.
Yes.
Because they use the tiny slide, you know, on the edge and fall down and stuff like that. It's a very good stage.
That's the thing. You place like the bomb on like, kind of one of the slants at the side. It will obviously drop down and then that catches your opponent by surprise.
Exactly. So we'll see. We'll see. Right now, we're in a close spot. We got Arsene. We got the situation back on stage. We got the grab, we got the up air, and we got the kill. Let's go. Okay.
You cannot ever count out Arsene up air. I mean, that move is just so ridiculously strong. And I mean, again, I feel like what we talked about, we were just gospels there because, again, we're seeing a different side of DeepFreeze that we've not seen before. This is a player so focused right now, but I mean, it's still tough to get through. I mean, Amiin just going to dive out there and take that stock away.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. I mean, we see. I love how the game is evolving. Like, the set is fun to watch, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I did see me gonna joke and I did go, oh my god, how are we gonna follow that up after Bowser me Sword Fighter? Honestly, I love how these two are approaching the matchup as well. And what I especially love is how I feel like DeepFreeze is learning from every interaction. Yeah. And then it's also like, on the same extension, it's like how Amiin is like almost learning to counterplay to that. It's like, this feels like a revolving door set where like we are constantly just like shifting, we're moving around and like learning from each other there and seeing, who can actually come out on top.
Yeah, I think also like, I love the fact that Amiin is definitely like hiding stuff up his sleeves and is showing them little by little.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, you adapt to that. Now, let's find another trick, like this one, for instance, like, he's a tricky player for sure.
Yeah, and you said it right at the start about how tricky he is, and it really is just so true here. Amiin one stock away from moving on through here. DeepFreeze really got to dig deep once more to find a stock away, but it is a little bit tough. I mean, there's not a whole lot of percentage on Amiin right now. That down B there, actually just going to get grabbed this time and maybe holding on to it a little bit too long for DeepFreeze just to really just punish it as hard as possible. And again, like, just maneuvering around these platforms, you can see Amiin is actually struggling a little bit to find any time to get some moves in. Does find an opportunity here though.
The thing is, like, he does not have time to... He does not find the time to throw out his grenade and stuff like that. So it allows completely DeepFreeze to run through him, basically, to close up the distance. This time, the wall of projectiles is back on stage. Nice counter, though, still leaving this time. And now it can be a bit tougher for Amiin to survive, and here we are.
Once more, Arsene back here. So damn strong and taking that stock away. This is not impossible. DeepFreeze, again, if we can get a big sequence going here, which Joker is more than capable of doing, we could potentially see yet another Game 5. But of course, Amiin is literally a few moves away from taking this. That back air is pretty strong and can certainly, do the trick. And now you're going to get past some grenades. Oh my god, we're so close there with the drag down.
Oh, la 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 la. Yeah, fortunately, he was ready for the drag down, though, the good DeepFreeze, but DeepFreeze is deeply smart, by the way. Like, you should rename you at Deep Smart, because, like, finding a new solution every single time you find a new problematic that Amiin is putting out to you. It's really impressive because there's a lot on the mental stack to be wary of when you face a Migana.
This is the thing. I mean, like, even in the face of this sort of percentage, my God, I mean, like, to dive out there as well, to recognize that that's your win condition, really, really intelligent from DeepFreeze, who is starting to make this comeback happen. I mean, you've really got to try and find the stock here right now, because otherwise it's going to let go. Arsen's back out as well. Obviously, we can reflect those. You've got to be really careful about it. It can take stock away. The neutral leg comes out. I mean, just trying to dive through, but again, just sent away DeepFreeze in a position now. We're going to try and get back to the stage. Missile grenade is going to be enough, and Amiin pops off, does a little jiggle, and is very, very happy to be moving on through.
Yeah. 128. That's going to be winner side for him, for Amiin. Definitely great plays. But yeah, I love the grenade. You know, when he's in a recovery state. I told you he's that kind of player.
Yeah. You can see it. You can see it.
Like when he's doing like the grenade, when he's off stage and then doing an up B, crossing up the grenade to protect himself from the landing. It's very, 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 very